now joined by former St. John Titan, Jack Miller. We'll start right there. Ed Heinchel Court, pretty cool honor for a Titan legend.
Yeah, that you said it. He is. He's a legend. He's been there forever, taught and coached my dad. I think a lot of guys who went to St. John's can say that. He's deserving of this award. There's a lot of guys who will be back, a lot of alums who are going to be there Friday night for it. I can't make it. I'll be in Indianapolis for the Big Ten championship game, but would love to be there otherwise. It's exciting and well-earned.
Okay. That was just delaying the inevitable. You see the graphic back here. Saturday, up in Ann Arbor. You were there.
Yeah.
Where were you? Where was your location on Saturday?
The sidelines.
You were on the sidelines.
Yeah, that's right.
Any truth to the rumor you were wearing a gray vest and carrying a camera near the Ohio State sideline sometime around warm-up?
No, that's not true at all. I was on the Michigan side of things and was wearing maize and blue.
Okay. Yeah. So that's It's been a while. We said that before. What was that like? You were up 14-0 at one point. You had to think, holy cow, Corin, who is this guy?
Yeah, well, you know, it's an old cliche, but it's true. You throw the records away for that game.
Yeah.
Guys stepped up to the challenge, and Ohio State was able to get it done late in the game. But for Michigan, I think you're encouraged from what you see. I think now that the season's over, you know, save for a bowl game, you look back on this season and you think, boy, they're young. And they're a quarterback away, a consistent quarterback play away from being really good. So you got to like the things that you've seen out of this Michigan team this season. Obviously haven't gotten over the hump, and there are some things that still need to be accomplished for Coach Harbaugh and the boys in Ann Arbor. But, yeah, Saturday was good at first and then ended poorly. Kind of a little bit the same feel this season. Good at times, feeling okay, and then just can't really get over the hump and get it done.
You see Barrett go down during that game. Did your heart you get a little flutter there thinking, okay, we got a chance now?
Yeah, you know, I didn't really notice it, to be honest. A lot of times when I go, I get to see a lot of people that from my past, and a lot of friends of mine always come back in town for that game. So I really wasn't even paying attention to it at first. And then I found out what had happened afterwards and all the stuff, and it was kind of crazy. It was just a whirlwind down there.
Yeah, what we call that schmoozing, Jack. We call that schmoozing.
Yeah,
all right.
I could be.
Admittedly, I'm guessing you don't want to spend too much time on this. We know what happened. It's happened for a few years now. Big Ten championship game. You're going your brother on that Wisconsin sideline. Wisconsin, Ohio State. We'll just start simple. Who you got?
I like Wisconsin. I think so. I think that there's good reason for the fact that people are still a little uncertain about them. They handled Michigan for the most part, but still haven't played that tough of a schedule, so there's a lot of unknowns there. But after the game we saw with Ohio State and Michigan, it's pretty obvious that there are some holes in this Ohio State team that weren't there a few years ago. I think Wisconsin, this is their year. I think they have enough to get it done.
Okay, now this is significant. I want to point this out because against Michigan State, you picked Ohio State. Mm-hmm. Against Michigan, you picked Ohio State.
Right.
You have been right. This is the first time you're going against the Buckeyes. Have you talked to your brother? Is there something special brewing in Madison?
I wish. I had some sort of inside information to give you. I don't. It's just kind of a gut feeling. When you take all the things that have gone into this year and where both teams are at right now, excuse me, all that's at play, I think Wisconsin gets it done. I think this is a year that Ohio State isn't what they have been, which has been the dominant team in the Big Ten. And Wisconsin's just kind of steadily been going along, taking care of their business. They're always kind of the underdog, not getting the respect they deserve. This is their chance to go put a stamp on this season, make it a legendary one for them, and get into the Final Four, something obviously a real special honor. I think they find a way to do it.
All right, well, you've been good, so I wouldn't go against that. We mentioned your brother with Wisconsin. You had a chance to be on the University of Toledo coaching staff last year. A lot of coaching changes here. Some we talked about yesterday, the big deal in Tennessee with Greg Schiano, getting the job, not getting the job. Fans, as a player and dabbling in coaching and knowing coaching and growing up in coaching, is the pressure just off the charts ridiculous now to win games?
Yeah, it is. It's a little skewed. I think it's kind of all over the place. It's gotten a little out of control, but so has the money. I mean, the other side of this is these guys are living extraordinary lifestyles. They're working like crazy. They're making crazy money. They have crazy expectations. It's a thrill-seeking position in a lot of ways right now. And I don't think that's anybody's fault. It's just kind of the nature of the beast and all that's come together in college and pro football.
Yeah.
There is a lot of pressure that's associated with it. It's hard on wives and kids. It's hard on coaches to work those kinds of hours. And in the college level, be recruiting 24/7 as well. It is a very serious business. And because it means so much to so many people, that's the way it's going to be. I don't think it'll change. It's a little outrageous. Guys getting hired and fired and moving around and all the crazy things that happen. And sometimes, you're at the mercy of 17 to 22-year-old kids hoping they make the right decisions, hoping they take their practice and their classes and their games seriously. it's a whirlwind, and it's a lot to deal with, but it's a very rewarding profession. And very fun, and I decided that it wasn't the right thing for me, but my brother Matt's still out there pursuing it, doing a great job with it, and has a chance to be on a team that'll be in the Final Four.
Final question. Social media is huge. I mean, people are saying that's a big reason why Shiano didn't get the gig in Tennessee. You haven't been out of it that long. What is it like as a Division I college football player at Michigan, one of the most notable programs in the country? Message boards, Twitter, Facebook. I mean, you've got to be, you as a center, maybe not so, but I mean, they've got to be inundated. You got to be inundated at times with all this criticism or compliments. I mean, what's it like?
Yeah, so I've seen both sides of it, right? My freshman year, we went and won the Sugar Bowl.
Right.
My last couple years, we didn't play so well, and there was a lot of pressure, and Coach Hoke ended up getting fired. So I had the unique perspective, I think, of seeing both sides. But even still, the one constant that remains is you just try to ignore it as much as you can. And certainly when you have a Twitter or social media and it's getting blown up with comments and critiques, and if you read the papers and things like that, which inevitably we all do to some extent,
right.
But you try to ignore it as much as you can, and you try to focus on your job day in and day out. And that's easy to do when everyone's patting you on the back and telling you how great you are and you're playing well and things are going well. And it's really hard to do when you're losing games and when is coach getting fired? Am I getting benched? What's going to happen? It's a challenging profession, and it's a challenging position to be in as a player. But there's a reason for that, because like I said, it means so much to so many people. There are so many people out there who would give a lot to be in those positions. So that's just the nature of the beast. It's something you deal with, and it's something you just try to keep in check as much as you can.
Interesting perspective from the former St. John Titan, Michigan Wolverine, Jack Miller. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you and your prediction next week.